Hello again, everybody. Brad Loomis with 3DMUSCLE Journey, and today I'm going to show you a quick little shake that I like to make up, kind of a little tip for dieting, and a lot of volume of food. It really fills up the tummy, and so hopefully you guys can appreciate this, and hopefully you'll be able to use it. So, got here a food processor. You can also use a high-powered blender. It has to be pretty high-powered though, because we're going to fill this whole thing up with chocolate mousse. So you got to be able to whip it real good. I'm just going to use the regular slicer, so we'll stick that in there. Lock it down. First thing I do, put some water in the bottom of this. There's the maximum level of water, so usually I will fill it up about halfway between the bottom and that little line right there that says maximum level. And then we'll just put some ice in there, just like so, crushed ice, about like so. Now, this particular mousse that I'm going to make, the Metrics and the old AST Sports Science Nitro Pro 40 are really the only ones that I can get to fill up this whole container. So, don't mean to push their brand at all, but for some reason just the blend of it seems to work best for filling it up. Any other brand, that seems to be kind of watery and it doesn't really whip up real good. Those of you who might use AST products know that they don't make Nitro Pro 40 anymore, so I have to kind of use the Metrics brand to get this particular mix. So after you get your ice in there, just pour the shake in, put the top on, and then just start blending away. Now I like to kind of take my time with it and kind of make it go a little slow, otherwise it just fills all the way up and just coats the whole top of the container. So I usually will pulse it just kind of like this. Get it going. It's a little chunky right now, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water. There we go. Now it's starting to move up. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see it made a little bit of a mess there up on the top, but I'll make sure and dig that out with my finger so I get all those macros in there. Now this is kind of the part that's kind of tricky, and this is where you need a couple little utensils. Don't recommend this unless you're an experienced pro like myself. But we got to play with that a little bit, because you can see it's only half full. So what I'm going to do, got to be careful. I'm sure the manufacturers of the food processor don't recommend this, but here's how I go about it. Push the little safety switch down, pulse it, get it going, and work it and play with it. You can see it's not quite all the way filled up. Probably could use a little bit more ice in this particular mixture. So we'll kind of play with it a little bit more and see if we can't get that filled up. I never put ice in it without the top on it, because otherwise it'll just shoot out all over the place. Let's get it going here again. Add a little water. Mix in a little more crushed ice. Alright, now we're cooking. So we'll just play with this a little bit more now. Same thing, push the safety switch down, get it going. Look at that. Gotta get some of that good stuff off the side too. There we go, now we're cooking. Look at there. Have you ever seen anything more glorious? Now, this particular brand, the Metrics, I don't need to add anything to it. You can add sweetener to it if you want, make it a little bit richer, but I'll pretty much just munch on that for about the next half an hour, and it'll keep me nice and full for a while. 2.5 grams of fat, 17 grams of carbs, 38 grams of protein, and then you can mix it with whatever you want. I just use water to keep everything pretty much consistent. So, hope you get to try it. Again, you need a food processor or a real high-powered blender and just mix it up. So I hope you guys get to enjoy it. Until next time, I'm Brad Loomis with 3D Muscle Journey. Thanks a lot.